Hi, Alvin here, and you are watching episode 16 of the 3-Minute Health Tip. Now, in this episode, I'm going to discuss the difference between general stress and a conflict shock that leads to a biological program. Now, I often get a lot of people telling me that they're always stressed or there's stress all around us, and yet they don't always get symptoms like a rash or a cough or a neck pain. And I tell them, yes, you're right. And the reason for that is how general stress affects us is very different from a conflict shock. And one of the main differences is that general stress, even though it has physiological responses, right? When we're stressed out because we have exams coming up, or we sold our house and we're moving, or we have a wedding coming up, those are all very stressful events. And yes, they do initiate a physiological response like increased heart rate, increased blood pressure. Yes, it's sort of like a fight or flight response. And we know that we can measure those changes in our bodies. Those are not necessarily going to lead to symptoms that we know of from a biological program perspective. And the reason for that is that a lot of the general stress that we experience is anticipated, right? You decided to sell your house. You knew that there was going to be a move involved, that it was going to be stressful. You knew that the wedding was going to be stressful. You knew that your exams at the beginning of the year, you got a syllabus and an agenda, so you knew exactly what was on the exam, when your exams were going to be. And so those don't necessarily cause symptoms through a biological program. If something different showed up that you didn't expect, and this is really the main difference, is that these conflict shocks have to be unexpected events for you. You didn't anticipate it. You didn't see it coming. It caught you off guard. The moment we have these events that catch us off guard, now we have a conflict shock. Now, depending on how we experience that subjectively and subconsciously, it will create an impact somewhere on the brain that's measurable in a CT scan. Now we will get physiological changes in the organ controlled from that area of the brain causing our symptoms. And so the big difference really is that it has to be an unexpected event for you. It doesn't even have to be a big shock. Like, it doesn't have to be a death, or you got fired, or you got a divorce. It can be an unexpected comment, an unexpected criticism, an unexpected email or text message or video that you watched on Facebook. Okay, if it's to do with your exams, yes, you could have thought that your exams were on 4 chapters, and a week before you realize it's on 5 chapters, and that could create a shock that will lead to you potentially having a cough on your last exam. If it's selling the house, well, everything is going smooth. You knew what was happening, but then there's an unexpected event. The person that decided that was going to help you to move on that weekend backed out last minute, and that was unexpected. That led to your biological program and your back pain. So remember, the big difference with the general stress and these conflict shocks that lead to the biological programs based on this new science of G&M is that conflict shocks are unexpected to you subjectively. And so I hope that helps you as you work through this new health perspective and helping you to identify your own conflicts. You don't have to look for a big event. Just look for what was unexpected around the time prior to your symptoms showing up. Thanks again, and I look forward to seeing you at the next episode.